man. Initial D, Drift Japan. Starving Wolf, Duran Duran. Green light, red light. Don't stop when I run the light.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. This game will feature AA baseball from the Texas League. It's the Wichita Wind Surge taking on the San Antonio Missions. Bases empty, one away. The second baseman, the next to hit. Here's a pop-up. Out number 2. Batter probably wants a mulligan after that swing. That one was right down the pipe, the kind of pitch hitters dream about. 2 away and a runner at first. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Runner on the move. This one in for a strike. The throw skips by. And they won't get the runner, who goes first to third on the error. So digging in, Coco Low. Tearing it up at the plate recently. 15 straight games with a knock. Red hot at the plate.
Stay hot right now. Stay hot.
This one the other way. Makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. My goodness, did she ever rip that fastball. Just a bit unlucky that it... So 2 down. The catcher now at the plate. And it's a pop-up. And that's the end of the inning. Nothing across here this half. Well, the rain's still a factor here, and the umpires may have their hand forced sooner than later. At a certain point, it becomes a question of player safety. In the air to the right. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. There's 1 down. 2 away here, nobody on. Now the left fielder, Ernie Yates. And the 3-1. Trying to bunt for a hit. Fires over to first. They thwart the bunt attempt, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here. Midway through the 4th. Nobody out and a runner at first. Low, just 21 years old, and she's knocked in double-digit runs in her last 10 games. Well struck, right field. And that one hops the wall. Coming around third. Relay, throw home. Beats it, safe. And they take a 2-run lead. That hit, of course, keeps her hitting streak alive, and it's clear that she's dialed in at the plate. No matter who she's facing, it seems like she's in control of every single at-bat. And next, the cleanup hitter. Good plate appearance there, able to take the walk. The batter now, the designated hitter, number 89. This one popped up. Settles under it. Pulls it in, there's 1 away. 1 out and 2 on. The second baseman digs in now. Hits softly on the ground to the left side. Good feed, that's 1. Over to first, safe. Good situational awareness and hustle there, knowing that a double play ends the inning. With the batter reaching first, they're still alive in this frame. Right side. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. 2 left on. And One out and runners at first and second. And now, Ernie Yates. 0-2, here's the pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a base hit. Throw back in holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. So the base is all loaded up now. First and second, 2 outs. Now a chance for Coco Low. Foul ball there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one fouled off. And here's the 0-2. That one ripped out to left.
Oh, get up, ball, get up.
And it hits the fence. 1 runs in, coming home. The relay to the plate. In there safely. It's 4-zip. And she's clearly locked in after yet another hit. Really seeing the ball well lately. And she's a threat every time she steps into the box. And next, the cleanup hitter.
The batter, the 7th.
So now 2 on and 2 outs. 2 outs and runners at first and second. Next up, the designated hitter. The other way. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone. The second baseman will hit next. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing, ground ball out to short. They get the force. They're in plenty of time, ends the inning. 2 runs. And now at the plate, the right fielder, number 25. Sharp grounder into the outfield for a hit. Around third, now a long throw home. And he's out easily. I know they're looking for a spark, but this isn't the way to do it. When you're down like this, your outs become that much more precious. Can't get thrown out at home in this situation. 1 out, runner at second base. Here's the catcher, Coco Low. Drove it off the wall last time, just missed going yard. Crushes this one to left and forget about it. That is a no-doubt home run. Home run number 15 on the year, and they boost their lead. It's 6-0. What a game she's having at the plate, showing off some serious slugging ability. I'm sure off the bat the pitcher thought the swing was too early and that one was gonna bend foul. But with it being just barely fair, the feeling on the mound is a lot of... So up next, Ernie Yates, 1 for 3. High fly ball, well driven out to right center field. And it one-hops the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Across is the runner from first, and it's now a 2-run game. They're at third now with a triple. He was ready to go on the first pitch, and it paid off. That one might as well have been placed on a tee, right down the middle, a hitter's dream. Pitcher's nightmare. Lowe made some big contributions for them in the win. A 3-hit performance, including a homer. Huge effort at the dish. I hope she savors this game. Performances like this don't happen every day. 1 out and the bases are empty. Here's the left fielder, Ernie Yates. 0-1 now. Pops this up on the infield. Moves under it. Brings it in for the out. Tough way for this AB to end for the batter. Next to hit, Coco Low. Big game at the plate last night. Knocked in 6 runs. Strong start to the season, putting up some impressive slugging numbers so far. That one fouled off.
Stay hot now.
Bounces it to the left side. Over to first. Play made. That ends the inning. An inning in the books tonight, and we're scoring. 1 out and 2 on. At the plate, Brandon Winokur. And we're all even up. Ripped into the outfield. Got it. Here comes the runner from third. To the plate. Safe. And it's 1-0. A lot of times you'll see runners fail to score when the ball's lined that hard into the outfield. Some good fundamentals on that play to tag up and hustle home. Throw to second and out. That ends the inning. Trying to get into scoring position on that play, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That is how you want to pick up your pitcher. Runner at second, 2 down. This one's hammered to left center. Well struck. It's off the wall. The run comes in from second. It's 2-1. So the hitting streak rolls on with another knock, and she's just unconscious at the plate lately. It always seems like she comes up to the dish with a plan of attack, and it's clearly been working. We'll see how she counters the inevitable adjustments from opposing pitchers. The center fielder, the next to hit. 2 runs in to score in the inning. Here in the back end of the 3rd inning. And a swing and a miss. The inning is over, and it could have been. Now the left fielder, Ernie Yates. There goes the runner. Pitches in for a strike. Safe at second. He easily steals the bat. Not a ton of offense in this one. Ball doesn't seem to be carrying, so they might as well try and generate some offense with the steal. 1 out and the base is empty. This one is labeled. Might be trouble here, and that's going to roll to the wall. Chance at a triple. The relay throw. Not in time. She's safe. That's 2 straight hits for this line. That one was served in a punch bowl right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand. Runner at third with 1 gone in the inning. And next, the cleanup hitter. Grounds this to the left side. Tosses across to first, but a run comes in to score. Low, getting ready to hit. Can't come up with it. But plenty of time to recover, and that's the 2nd out. Great game at the plate, and she certainly made a difference for them. Nice job to help lift them to the win. Coco Low digs in now.
The catcher, Coco.
She swings and fouls one off. Foul ball there. And that one hammered. It one-hops off the wall. Could be trouble. Fell behind in the count with 2 strikes, but didn't panic and picked up the hit. Got the center cut fastball and pounced on it. That thing was smoked. Two out and a runner in scoring position. The third baseman now at the plate. 2-2 now. And now the runner breaks for third. Dives and can't hang on. And just beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. And now the right fielder. Runners at the corner posts with 2 away. Three and one. Couldn't come up with it. Kai Murphy, the next to hit. In the air on the infield. The second baseman settles underneath it. Hauls that one in. End of one, and we're still. Here's the left fielder, Ernie Yates. Struck out looking the first time up. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw there, safe. Runner at first, 1 away. Lifted in the air, right field. Jenkins, drop step, heads back on it. Makes the grab. Now the left fielder, Ernie Yates. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, not even close. And here's the first baseman. 1 out with a runner at second. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Here comes the throw. Out at the plate. That's a play he won't look back on proudly. He didn't get that great a jump, and he blew through the stop sign at third on the way to getting tagged out at home. Gotta trust your coaches in that situation. Hard hit, knocks it down. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And she's clearly locked in after yet another hit. Really seeing the ball well lately, and she's a threat every time she steps into the box. On the ground to first, could be 2. On to second, they get 1. On to first, double play. Top of the 7th here, and the batter will be the shortstop, number 2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Batter probably wants a mulligan after with the tying run at the dish.
Now batting, catcher, Lowkel.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner hits second and heads for third. Not in time. He's safe. She's put together a really excellent game with the bat. That ball was labeled 109 miles per hour. That is a really impressive cut.
Right guy, right place. Here we go.
Got him looking, and that's a strikeout. Low played well but couldn't lift them to a win. 3 hits in the ballgame. Strong individual day, and she can feel really good about that, even with the team loss. So digging in, Coco Low.
The designated hitter, Lowkel.
Well struck, out to left. That one's back there.
Get out of here.
It one-hops off the wall, might be trouble. That at-bat was over in the blink of an eye. Pitcher brought the challenge pitch, a heater right down the pipe. She was definitely geared up for it. 2 away and a runner in scoring position here. The center fielder will hit next. 1-2 offering. Up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's offline and the run scores. On the board first, it's 1-zip. Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. At this point, I don't know where you can throw him a pitch that you know won't get hit. That one was well out. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings and jolts one to left. Hits the top of the wall. Around first and digging for second. Not in time. It's a double. That makes 2 doubles for her on the day. Not a bad bit of work by the DH. So 2 down. And next, the cleanup hitter. Now the 1-2 pitch. Right side. And that'll fall for a base hit. Here comes the throw. And she's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. It's not easy throwing out a base runner at the plate with 2 outs.
Leading off for the mission, the designated hitter, Lowkel.
That one is absolutely pummeled. And it one-hops the wall. Around first and heading for second. And she's clearly locked in after yet another hit. Really seeing the ball well lately, and she's a threat every time she steps into the box. The center fielder digs in now. Cut on and miss. That's a strikeout. That goes to show you the kind of confidence he has in that pitch. Most pitchers at this level would have gone to the heater on 3 and 2. That just missed. Walked the batter on 4 pitches. 1 down. The second baseman now at the plate. Skies it out towards left center. It gets down, a base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away. Nice job at the dish. He fell behind, but held tough and got the hit. With the bases full, they've got a shot at breaking this thing wide open. So with 1 away, the bases are loaded. Kai Murphy getting ready to hit. To first, maybe a 2-ball. There's 1. Return throw to first. Out. Double play, and that'll do it. Low, the next to hit. And she's 3 for 3 with 3 doubles. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. 1 out and a runner at second. Here in the bottom of the 7th, just past the stretch. Swings and lifts this one deep to left. Forget it. It's gonna be long gone. An absolutely titanic shot. And they add to the lead. It's 5-zip. She'll be proud of the swing she put on that one. That's one for the personal highlight reel. That was a low 90s fastball, and it wound up in a spot that was entirely too hittable. A pitcher who doesn't have great velo on the fastball has to locate better than that. Lowe really stood out in this win. A 4-hit performance, including a home run. Every time up, she was a threat, and that's a big piece of why they got the win. Impressive showing for sure. Hello, baseball fans. Welcome into this one. Time for some AA baseball in the Texas League. It's the Wichita Wind Surge taking on the San Antonio Missions. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get started. And on the hill, Coco Lowe. Here's what you need to know about the righty. A lot of that strikeout ability comes from her excellent fastball. She spots it well around the zone, and when it's got some late life going, she can really pile up the punch-outs. She'll have to work to limit the pitch count, though, since strikeout pitchers aren't always the most efficient. Ready to go now. Now at the dish, the second baseman. And we're underway.
Go ball. One strike.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. That's outstanding command on the sinker here in the first, and that could mean a long day for the opposing hitters. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tapped in front of the plate. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. It looks like a line drive in the box score tomorrow morning, but that wasn't a great bit of contact right there. Still, he put it in play and really moved up the line to get the infield single on the swinging bunt. Danny De Andrade stands in now and watches strike one. He swings and fouls one off. Runner at first, nobody out. He goes down looking. And here's the first baseman. Some early struggles for him this season. He'll want to get on the right track soon. Swings through that one for strike one. Runner at first, one away. Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. Oh-2, rocks and fires. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. Now it's the right fielder, Walker Jenkins. 3 hits in the loss last night. Swing and a miss.
No ball. One strike.
Down 0-2, swings through it. That sinking fastball looks really hittable out of the hand, but the late movement just makes it dive under the bat. Got the strikeout looking. Frozen with a backdoor slider turned into a pair of shoes. One hit. Now up, Coco Lowe.
The designated hitter, Coco.
Ripped to third. There with plenty of time, inning over. First frame of the night. We're back here at the ballpark. On to the next inning, leading off, Ernie Yates. Pulled softly, but that goes foul. Yates bats left and throws right. 26 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2021. Next pitch, in for a strike. On the ground, right side, and handles that one. Throws to first. And quickly one away in the second inning. The shortstop will hit next. No hits in the shutout last night. And a curve drops in for a strike. Clearly she's confident in her breaking ball in this one. Swing and a miss. Second inning, no score thus far. Swings at the big bender for the K. Well, that strikeout didn't take long. Batter's got to put up a better fight the next time up. Rubel Cespedes digs in now. Next one's fouled back. 2 down and nobody aboard here in the top of the second. Swings and misses, struck him out. Offense held in check here. We're back here at the ballpark, and here is Brandon Winokur. First pitch misses, ball 1. Swing and a miss, got fooled on that one. Grounds this one up the middle. Slings to first, and a quick out, number 1. And now the catcher, number 76. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. One out and the base is empty. Cut on and missed. Now 1 and 2. That's a strikeout looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball at the knees. And now the second baseman, number 16, reached on an infield single the first time. Good eye on that pitch. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
Fly ball down the line. Long run. Can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. So no run. On to the 4th. Here's the third baseman, Danny De Andrade. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. And that'll get down for a hit. And the leadoff hitter aboard. The first baseman getting ready to hit. 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time. And there's a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
There's a strike. That swing and a miss is a blessing in disguise for the hitter. If he had made contact, it probably would have been a double play ball. Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second, that's 1. On to first, and it's a double play. And now it's going to be Walker Jenkins. Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Might have a more aggressive approach this plate appearance. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Over near the wall. Tracks it down for the out. And that's that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
Leading off for San Antonio, the designated hitter, Lowkel.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a drive. That one-hops the wall. She makes the turn and digs for second base. And once again, she collects a knock and extends her hitting streak another game. There's a little extra buzz in the stands for her games these days, and to be fair, there's a little extra buzz in the press box too. Hard not to get excited over the run she's on. And next, the cleanup hitter. On a line for a base hit. Coming around third. Here's the throw. Slides the hand in there and safe. And it's 1-0. Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Reacted late to that inside pitch. It got pretty deep in the zone, but he was able to time it up just enough to punch it the other way. All set for the start of this inning. Here's the left fielder, Ernie Yates. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one. The hitters in this lineup have been aggressive early in the count, swinging a lot, but then when they get down, they need to be a little more patient. Maybe they take some pitches and extend the at-bats, try to get some base runners aboard. Oh and 1, here's the pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. Struck him out looking. Here's the shortstop at the plate. 3-pitch strikeout in the last AB. Will definitely want to do better this time. That's a strike. 0-1. Love how she's attacking the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. These hitters need to be ready to swing at the first good strike they see. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Late on that fastball. This has been a solid outing for her, and a lot of that is because she keeps pounding the zone like she did with that low fastball. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider ran away for strike 3 there. Rubel Cespedes now at the plate. Struck out on just 3 pitches the last time up. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Cespedes stands at 6 foot even, 210 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one at the knees, it's a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. So they've been held scoreless through 5. The Missions out front. First and second, 2 down.
The designated hitter, Lowkel.
Hey, here we go, here we go.
Left field getting pretty deep.
Go, ball, go, 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 go.
It bangs off the wall. 1 run is in, around third. In to score from first, 3-0. That makes 2 doubles for her on the day. Not a bad bit of work by the DH. The center fielder will hit next. 0-2, and the delivery. Liner snagged it first. 2 runs in the inning. We're back here at the ballpark. We're set for the top of the 6th inning. Now, Brandon Winokur. Swing and a miss out in front of that. With her teammates driving in a pair, she wants to make this an efficient inning so they can get back up to the plate and tack on some more runs. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone. That's a strike. Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout. Slider ran away for strike 3 there. And the next batter, the catcher, number 76. Went down on strikes the first time through. Breaking ball through there for a strike. She's using that curveball well today, both early and late in at-bats. She's showing a lot of confidence in it. Here's a high chopper. Picks it up in foul territory. The Missions leading by 3, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings through it, and that's a K. Batting order turns over. Now it's the second baseman, number 16. 1 for 2. First pitch, that's in for a strike. She's started this frame with 7 straight strikes. We're in immaculate inning territory. Two outs, bases empty. And the slider just misses. That was well spotted, but she couldn't get the call from the plate umpire. But she's handling it well, and she might get that call later. Got it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. They get 6 shutout. Top of the 7th here. The batter now, Danny De Andrade. And he's got good speed at a position you don't typically associate with that. It's usually more of a slugger who might plod a little bit. He's something of an outlier here. That kind of speed at this spot can be a real asset, of course. Players like Jason Kendall and Sean Figgins made their teams more multi-dimensional because they could really scoot. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Honestly, if they absolutely had to, I don't think they'd hesitate to throw him out there at a position that demands a little more range than this. His natural athletic ability can carry him a long way. Set down looking. That is a frustrating call for a hitter. Digging in, the first baseman, number 96. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Just missed. The Missions ahead by 5 here in the top half of the 7th. And the count 1-2. They try to get a chase on a slider down and away. Got him looking. He didn't like the call. And now the right fielder, Walker Jenkins. That one finds the zone. 0-1. And the slider just misses. Nice take. Popped up. The shortstop in position. And makes the grab. Another scoreless inning. Runner at first. Coco Low digs in now. Base hit to left center. Round second headed for third. Coming home. They add on as the run scores all the way from first. And it's now a 6-run lead. Comes through with the RBI. Got a first pitch fastball she could handle, and she really ripped it. And next, the cleanup hitter, And now the 3-0 pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard. The right fielder, the next to hit. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. On the ground, right side, and there's a base hit. Around third. Throw to the plate. Not in time, and the run scores. And they're pulling away, up by 7 now. Picks himself up an RBI. Sometimes shortening up on your swing can pay off. It certainly did for him right there. Not an approach we see that much nowadays. We go to the 8th. Now the left fielder, Ernie Yates. Right down the chute. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. The third baseman should have this one. Leaps at the wall. Got it! Next to hit, the shortstop, number 2. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1. And that's in there at the knees. Gets a piece, it stays 0-2. Caught him looking for the strikeout. Base is empty with 2 out. Rubel Cespedes now at the plate. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Strike on the inside corner. She's really attacking the zone, so the hitter has to get more aggressive. However, she could counter with something that breaks out of the zone to draw a swing. On the ground to the left. 3 up and 3 down, inning over. Totally dominant on the mound right now. Base is empty, 1 away. Low, getting ready to hit.
The designated hitter, Lowkel.
Swing and a rocket. That one's deep. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. And she's put together quite a game at the plate. Good fundamental hitting on the pitch away. Step through it and poke it to the opposite field. She showed a nice approach there. Next up, the center fielder, number 45. Chases a high fastball there. I don't know how you catch up to that one. And 1-2. And now a jump throw. Nicely done for the out. 2 out and a runner in scoring position. And now the right fielder. The 0-1. On the ground, right side. And handles this chance. There with plenty of time. Inning over. All set to start the 9th inning in this one. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Winokur. Ground ball, right side. And handles that one. Gathers and throws to first. Leadoff hitter retired here in the 9th. And here's the catcher. Ground ball, right side. Sends it to first. They are down to their final out. The lineup flips over. Now at the plate, number 16. 1 for 3. On the ground, this should do it. Steps on the bag. Ball game. Lowe was firing on all cylinders here, both hitting and pitching. A terrific game. This is the kind of performance that you dream of when you sign a two-way player. You don't always see it, but she delivered for him in this ballgame.
Our final lineup. First, for the victorious pitcher, 8 runs, 9 hits.
So up next, Coco Lowe.
The designated hitter.
Dives, but it kicks off the glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the third out. The inning is over. 2 outs, bases empty.
Now back, the designated hitter, Lowkel.
Out towards left center. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Runner at first, 1 away.
Now back, the designated hitter, Lowkel.
Line drive for a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
The batter.
And once again, she collects a knock and extends her hitting streak another game. There's a little extra buzz in the stands for her games these days, and to be fair, there's a little extra buzz in the press box too. Hard not to get excited over the run she's on. On the ground to short, could be 2. To second, there's 1, and that's 2. We're back here at the ballpark, on to the bottom of the 8th, and now the DH, Coco Lowe. Ripped into center for a base hit. Runner aboard on the leadoff single. And she's clearly locked in after yet another hit. Really seeing the ball well lately, and she's a threat every time she steps into the box. No outs, runner at first. And next, the cleanup hitter. And he hits a ground ball to the right side. Fires to second for 1 and 2. What a play. Close one here today. Your final score, 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win. For our entire outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for tuning in.
First,